Alright, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna get into all the review of like the entire matches and everything else, the backstage scenes, the Divas match, whatever. I'm not really getting into that because all in all, it's already set up to how it's supposed to be set up. Some of them set up to TLC, some of them set up to certain characters. So there you go. I'm not gonna really go into review with that, but there's one thing that is absolutely bugging me, and I'm just gonna get into that. And I may get into like a few of the matches and few of the in promo moments or whatever that actually did catch my eye. So the one thing that I am going to really get into, I just said it, but anyway, is the WWE Network. Now the WWE Network is coming out in January. That's about 4 weeks away. And you're giving us this mediocre crap, this predictable garbage, this underwhelming ridiculousness, and you're trying to promote your channel. Look, the thing is that they're going to be charging people like a premium channel to see all this stuff that we're supposed to be seeing. The unpredictable is supposed to be more unpredictable. It's supposed to be more socially interactive. It's supposed to be more live events. It's supposed to be all this and that. When you promote a channel and you draw people in, just like Vince McMahon did with the XFL, and that failed miserably, you got to start drawing people in by showing them a decent product. This is not a decent product. Raw is pretty much the same underwhelming ridiculousness nonsense that we have been seeing for the past few months. Nothing has changed. The only saving grace, well, I'm not going to say that, but the only thing that is pretty much encouraging more people to watch this channel is SmackDown, because they're going to lose their license with Sci-Fi and with USA at the beginning of next year, so they need to put it together. As for John Cena, it's a given that John Cena is human and he is going to crack. And it's a given that they're actually trying to push maybe a little bit of a heel turn, but he's not going to be a heel. He's going to be a frustrated face. He's in a perfect position to be a frustrated face, not a heel. He sucks as a heel. We've seen him be a heel before, and he sucked. And they're going to lose tons of money if they decide to have him as a heel. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to have him as a frustrated face. He's going to be loyal to those that are loyal to him, and he's going to hate those that are hating him right now. He's at a perfect setup to do it, and I really hope that they actually do promote that, because that will change his character and bring a lot more flavor to it. Not be this bland crap that we see every night. This truth, justice, and American way super Cena that we always see. It'll be a huge change, a huge dynamic for his character, and it will really help him out, because you want your character to be multifaceted. Multifaceted means that your character will have more life expectancy, which means that your character will be prolonged more and not be trashed or thrown in the gutter like what they have done to all the other superstars. And the fact that he's the biggest moneymaker, he really needs this. So, and I'm going to go into another monstrosity that I don't understand why they're still doing. Why in the world are they having Triple H be in a match when he's not even going to be on Raw to promote it? For crying out loud, he has less than a week, 2 weeks from now, to be on here and to promote it. He's not going to be on Raw at all. He's supposed to be injured. He's supposed to be selling that. So why in the world is Kevin Nash trying to have a match with him at TLC when Kevin Nash is pretty much out of his prime? He pretty much has a ton of ring rust, and he should not be wrestling at all. He should be on the verge of retiring. But I'm going to be real. It's absolutely ridiculousness, especially the Divas match. And I thought I was going to not go over this, but it was so pathetic. I was just upset. Because it's like, Beth Phoenix is the champion. You want your champion to be dominant. And I'm going to go into the whole WWE title reign like at the beginning later on. But you want your champion to be dominant. You want your champion to be feared if your champion is a heel. Beth Phoenix and Natalya are supposed to be the Divas of Destruction. Why in the world will you have Kelly roll them up within 5 minutes? 5 freaking minutes. Probably less than that. For crying out loud. You're trying to sell your network. This has nothing to do with the show. You're trying to sell your network. You want to not give the people who are watching your show this mediocre heap of crap that just smells bad just by smelling it and looking at it. You don't want to give them this nonsense. You want to try to promote your network. You want to have people to watch your show. And also, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Before I even go back to it, I can rant about that for like the next 2 or 3 hours, but I'm not going to do that. Going on to the beginning with Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is freaking holding the starter belt. There's no way that he's going to be a champion with the starter belt. They need to abandon the starter belt with him, abandon Vicky Guerrero, and push him further to be a heel on his own. He's great as a heel, but but that belt is holding him back. It is holding him back so much that Jack Swagger is the one that actually needs to have Vicky Guerrero on his arm, not Dolph. I can rant about this whole thing all night, but the only person that I really truly believe that can pretty much be a great title holder at this point is The Miz. And yes, I am shocked to even say The Miz because I'm not a big fan of The Miz. But I'm going to be real. The Miz makes you want to hate him. That is the character that needs to have that belt. You want the belt to have more focus. Having the belt on somebody you can't stand will bring more focus to the belt and bring more focus to finding a face to take it off of him. That's how it was back in the day. They will put the belt on a heel, somebody you can't even stand, somebody that you would love to hate, to have a face, a bigger face like Hulk Hogan at the time, to come by and take that belt away from the heel. And they will build it up to the point where it will be the most incredible match you have ever seen. That's what they need to go back and doing. Especially the fact that they're having a channel within 4 weeks. The pay-per-view is going to be a heap of crap. They're probably going to have maybe a few good moments, but it's not worth the $50 to buy. That's my opinion. I will wait until the Royal Rumble to come out, or if you really want to see TLC, go to a bar and just pay $2 for cover charge to see it. It's not worth seeing it on a pay-per-view. It's not worth seeing it, paying for it, and you're out of your own money with your own channel because you're going to get ripped off. I can go into these matches all night, but it's not really worth getting into because it's just set up for some of the characters. For example, Wade Barrett and Randy Orton. For crying out loud, Randy Orton's been losing every match because he's going to be out on top on the Royal Rumble. That's what he's setting up for. He may lose TLC, but he's going to be set up looking great and easy peasy at the Royal Rumble. He may go for the championship. He may get the gold of WrestleMania. That is how they're setting him up. They've been setting up Randy Orton to look good for months. And he's going to look good at the biggest pay-per-view of them all, WrestleMania. I guarantee it, that he's going to start looking good. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Leave your comment below how you think this Raw is, because I'm not having a review for tonight. It's worthless. It's really no point in having it, because it is setting up. It's setting up for a channel that's going to be just as plain and mediocre if they don't try to turn it around right now. Because they have only 4 weeks to do it, and I'm not sure they're going to even pull it off. I hope that they do. But leave your comments below. Tell me how you feel about how Raw is tonight, because I'm thinking it's something that I've already seen before, and it's really no point of even going over it. This is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out, y'all. I'm going to bed. It's not worth watching this.